this was my first attempt. As you can see, the white bobbin color is coming up quite a bit. So I think I had an issue with my tension. So we're gonna just go through everything and see where I went wrong, and hopefully, like I said, I'll help somebody. Okay, so the first thing that I did wrong was the needle. I put in a 70-10, but I needed a 75-11 size needle. Now this one comes with the machine. Let me show you guys. Okay, in the little toolbox that comes with the machine, it has a bunch of needles. So just look in it and get this 75-11 needle. Okay, so the first step will be to first take out the thread. I just pull it up from the top. Okay, and I'll just show you. So when you're doing anything with the machine, press this button right here. That's gonna lock everything so you don't accidentally take a finger off or something. So let's do this. So this tool comes with your machine and it's very handy. I'm gonna show you how to change out the needle. I put my stabilizer right underneath so that the needle doesn't accidentally fall out. So let's see if I can show you without my hand being in the way. Okay, so you're gonna stick it in. You're gonna see it goes right in. And then with your other hand, hold the needle and just turn it right to you, and the needle comes out. Okay, now you're gonna take the new needle and let's see. You're gonna notice one side is flat and one side is curved. You're gonna do the flat side towards the back of your machine. So the side that's on that's laying down right now. Also check and make sure that it's not curved or bent, because that's gonna give you a world of issues. All right, so we're gonna stick it right back up. I kind of just tilt my machine right under the 6. And it goes right up that hole. Might have to drop this. I forgot to take off the whole pressure foot while I'm at it. The last time I changed the needle, it was with the sewing one that just pops right off. So let us take this off. Okay, so I removed the embroidery foot. Now we can finally put the needle in. So make sure that the flat part is towards the back, and then you stick it right in under the 6, and you can see the top of the needle. And then you're going to want to use that tool again to get it in nice and tight. Yeah, that is good. I just like to make sure that it's kind of in there and it's not too loose. I think that should be good. All right, and then you're gonna reattach the embroidery foot, and so it pretty much goes like this, and then you bring it around. You just gotta make sure that it's lined up right with the needle so the needle doesn't break. Actually clicks right in. There we go. Perfect. And then take your tool again I'm doing this with my left hand and I'm not too great at it. Alright, that should be good. Perfect. Okay, so the next step is going to be threading back my machine. Okay, so sorry about that. My baby woke up. So I think we were threading the machine. So it's just like how you would thread for sewing. You go underneath this silver part and there's directions on there. You take it under this white part. You go underneath the 3, up in between the silver piece and down. And then right in front, let me change the angle. Okay, right in front, you go down from 5, and then you'd find 6 right where we put that new needle. You're gonna go in this spot, put it all the way to the left, come up, put it through this part, and you should hear it click. Now you're gonna take that and then cut it with the side cutter over here. And then this lever helps you to thread the machine. You could thread it like normal after 6, but why not use the threader? So press it down. Let's check the baby monitor. Baby's still sleeping. And then pull this loop back. And then something I've seen a lot of people doing is pushing this through the hole. I just use my little thread seam ripper. Pull it through. It's harder to do with one hand, but when you're using both hands, there we go. It's usually easier. All right. The next thing is getting up the hoop and material. All right, I hope you guys can see. So I have my ripaway stabilizer, and right now I'm just gonna be testing it out and trying to adjust my settings. So I'm not gonna try to do everything super perfect. You put the stabilizer on the wrong side. And this just helps the material to stay while the needle is going in and out, because it's like some of these designs have like 4,000 or whatnot, so it just helps everything to stay. So you open this up, and I'm closing it. Oh, and an important thing is to line up these two. So this goes on the inside. This part connects to the machine, and this part goes on the outside, hoops in. Oh, and baby's up. How did you reach all the way over here? Oh, Homie didn't even hear you. Okay, so we are back. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it open like this. So we have it here. Okay, so that should be pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna attach the hoop to the machine. So I slid it underneath the foot, and then let me put my phone down. Now you're gonna just line these up. Okay, that's better. All right, so make sure it's lined up, and then it presses in. No, so it presses right in. And then make sure everything is out of its way. And then you can just bring your little string over here. So we're gonna go back here, press this. I have the H. So what I'm gonna do right now is just test the tension. Right now, I'm set it to 4. So right now my tension's at 4. And I have the H because it's supposed to kind of just show how the thread is coming up. Now I've been having the issue of either the upper thread just not showing and it's all the white thread. The bobbin thread from is showing more than the upper thread. So we're gonna see. All right. So we're gonna end the edit because I don't really care too much. And I'll just show you guys this. So here, if you click that button, it shows where the top will be. Here, let's go on a little bit more. There we go. So you can see exactly where this will correspond to what's being on here. So you could check to see if it's in the right place that you want it, where the center will be, and make sure that it's in the range that you want it to be before you start. I think I need to make this tighter. Okay, so I'm gonna press OK, then I'm gonna press embroidery. And once I put this down, I can press this button for it to start. And I'm gonna set the phone down. All right, so I'll pull this here and press start. And then it just takes off. One thing I forgot to do is rotate it, so it's gonna be the totally different way than what it's supposed to be, the orientation. But that's fine. So the whole issue was a wrong needle. That's alright. At least I know that my machine is not completely broken and it all looks pretty clean. So while it's doing this, I'll show you over here. It has how long it should take and then the amount of stitches it has versus the amount of stitches it still needs. And yeah, so you can kind of keep track of what where you are in your project. And now if you're doing bigger projects that has more colors, you'll see all the colors here, and it'll beep when it's time to change the color, and all you do is change the upper thread and continue on with your projects. So yeah, that was an easy fix. Okay, so finished embroidering. Okay, lift this. It automatically cuts your thread, and then you would just remove your hoop. Slide it over. And then you'd clip away the loose ends. Okay, so let me show you guys. I did this design, which I'm redoing now, see if it comes out any better. It's supposed to say "to a long life full of love." So I have it on the Artspira app. I transferred it over. So you would go to here, wait a while, bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum. Click it, set, and then you see here you can move it, rotate it. We're gonna rotate it this way, and then let me just hoop my stuff.